Hello everyone, welcome to Section 8 is Great. This your boy John coming through with something different this year. I'm going to try to update you as we go because we're heading to a time where you're going to have a time now to get the American dream. If you're a real estate investor, especially if you're a Section 8 investor, things are looking up. I'm figuring in the next 12 months, anybody who's ready shall be ready. If you're going to be able to get into it, and it's going to be life changing, it's going to be legacy changing. So I want to tell you how I know in my investigations and my research of how I'm going to try to tell you the exact point where I believe things are about to change. But before we get started, I want to thank all you guys for tuning in. And I want to make sure that you go ahead and do me a favor, hit the like button. But I need you to do something because I'm going to come at you with resources and research this year. I want to make sure that you go ahead and below, I want you to go ahead and hit the Cash App button right there and donate to the cause. John Russell Cash, $ John Russell Cash. Make sure you get the book. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Okay, that's all to clear up that, but I need you to do that. So I'm asking you to do that for me, okay? Donate anything that you can. Before we get started, the course is almost finished. We're gonna be rolling out that soon too. But so before I get started, I want to tell you what's going on. There are about 4 or 5 different things where I think that I've studied to make sure that I think what's going to happen. Now, I've been through this cycle before. It's a little different, but I still think it's going to end up for cash for all of us. And it's like life changing, legacy changing for us to get in here. I'm going all in this time. So I'm going to tell you how I'm going to break it down. First of all, you got something called in the CARES Act called the Forbearance, which basically means that Congress gave anybody who owned a home, who called their lenders, who owned a home, can postpone or forbear their loan payments for 6 months. Okay, so that's from March. It started April, May, June, July, August, September. So that's the first 6 months they have. So if you called into your loan officer or your loan company and said that I can't pay due to coronavirus, they're going to automatically give you 6 months. Now, after that, if you don't call back again, then you, at that time, at the end of that 6-month grace period, where you don't have to pay, most loan companies are requesting that you pay all 6 months at once. And if you don't pay all 6 months at once at that time, then you're subject to go in foreclosure. But you have another option. You can also extend that thing from Congress, and it goes from October all the way to March 2021. So you have a whole year without you paying bills. So what's going to happen at that time, even though that the mortgage, all the amount is going to be owed up front at that time, people at that time are not going to be able to recover. People at that time, because there's so many, like 35, 40 million people unemployed right now in this country. So people are not going to be able to recover. They're not going to be able to recover because some of them are going to lose their jobs. Some of them had good jobs. They're going to find out that a lot of these companies closed down. And then after the first sign of the forbearance from March to September, they're going to, a lot of people are going to see that I need to sell my property and get out while I can. That's when we're going to see a large amount or a decent amount of properties hit the market. Right now, it's a scarcity out there. You know, that's why I'm really not really investing right now, because there's so many people out there trying to buy properties, bidding on them. And I'm getting like people telling me you have to bid higher than what the asking price is. That tells me that it's not a time for me to be investing. It tells you that you're not a time for you to be investing. When everybody's running to the market, we're going to stay back. We're going to rush the market when it's time for everybody, when everybody is scared. They're not scared yet. So we still have time. So after the second foreclosure in March of 2021, that's when I predict everything to hit the fan. At that time, people are not going to be able to pay their mortgage. Property values are going to start going down. It's going to be an excellent time for us to pick up these properties, especially for a cash buyer or somebody who has finance in place. So let me tell you, it's June right now. We have about 9 months to get yourself together. This is 9 months for you to transform, 9 months for you to get yourself in position to get your American dream right here. And I'm telling you, it's going to happen. The second reason why I think it's going to happen is because of high unemployment. Now, we're expecting, everybody's talking about that V-shaped recovery, right? I doubt it's going to happen. If anything tells you it's going to be more like a U-shaped recovery, we're not even at the bottom at this time. We're not even at the bottom right now, because at the end of this month, we're going to find out a new jobs report that's going to say that unemployment numbers are still, we're still losing jobs. So we haven't even hit the rock bottom yet. So we're still going down. So if unemployment going down so far, what are we going to do? people are not going to be able to have jobs. And some of these people who got forbearances are still not going to be able to find a way to get that. As a matter of fact, at the end of July, this unemployment, the extra $600 that people get from unemployment is going to be gone. And then they're going to get regular unemployment money, was $200. So they're going to have to go ahead and find a job. And people are going to find out that a lot of jobs are saying, we don't need you anymore, or we learn how to deal without you. Just a lot of things are going to happen with unemployment, and people are not going to have their jobs anymore. And so I hope that you're prepared out there. Another thing I want to see what's going to change is that I'm looking at people right now using their house as a bank. I have a lot of people I know that are refinancing their house because they can get the money out. So they're refinancing their house and they're taking the money out. So they're taking the money out, refinancing for a higher, either they're getting a lower rate, but they starting their 30-year mortgage process all over, or they're taking some money out to live off of. That's exactly the same thing I saw around 2001. I remember in the market when that happened, people were using their house as a bank. You notice that there are a lot of people going to get refinanced now. There's a lot of people out there that are trying to buy houses. I've never seen such a craze like this of refinancing and buying houses. That's why it's hard for people like me and you to find great deals. We have to really look for harder deals. But don't worry, the deals are coming. But if people are going to be this reckless and refinancing their homes and just to go ahead and have some extra money or have some cushion in their house or anything else like that, if they don't do it responsibly, they're going to end up failing as well. So that's another pattern that I'm seeing. The final pattern that I know that's going to happen is that eventually the stimulus money that we're seeing is going to have to stop. Congress and the Fed is going to have to stop printing money. They're going to have to stop propping up the stock market, and they're going to have to let these earning reports of these companies going to have to let everybody know exactly what they're doing. If you're in the stock market right now, we're going to see a reset of the stock market pretty soon. And that means that it's going to be a price drops. I'm expecting at the end of July, we're going to see some hardships in here. I'm talking about 1 month from now, July of 2020, we're going to see some hardships. Because if people don't get this extra unemployment money and there's no more stimulus money, somebody's going to have to do something to make everybody feel better. So if we don't get any more stimulus money, I think that the economy could even crash faster. And then we can get houses will go on the market faster. But the longest it's going to take is March 2020. That's the longest it's going to take. They can't do anything else after that. March 2020 is the deadline. That's when we as investors are going to be able to come in and clean in. So what do you need to be doing at this point? You need to go ahead and get yourself educated. You need to go ahead and get some money. If you have HELOCs or whatever, you can get some money, credit card money or whatever, get your credit right or whatever. I don't know if banks are going to be loaning money at that time, but I know that you need to be prepared on these houses because they're going to be going good dirt cheap. And right now, I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. I find myself having to rehab these houses, gut rehabs, just to get a good deal. That means I have to put all new drywall, electric, and everything else. The good thing about the housing market, what's going to come up right now, is that these houses are going to be lived in. They're just going to be recently lived in, so it's not going to be a whole lot of work to be done. People are going to be managing their homes well. It's going to be drywall, good electricity, good roofs, good everything. So you're going to be able to get in like I got in 2008 and just do a paint job or paint the interior or something like that, some basic maintenance, and get in and get out and get it on the market. But the great wealth transfer is happening right now. The great wealth transfer is happening right now. The state of Section 8 is great. The state of real estate investors is great. We just have to wait a lot longer. Now, so let's go over it. First thing I'm thinking about when the forbearance is over, right? The next thing is unemployment, high employment, how they're going to get back up in a V recovery. The next thing is I'm seeing the homeowners patterns. They're refinancing their homes. And also the last thing I want to tell you that it's a scarcity on the market right now. There's a scarcity on the market because people who want to sell their houses are scared, not because they think they can't sell at a good price. They think since the homeowner prices are so high that if they sell their house, they won't be able to get a good deal to buy another one. So that makes sure that they're holding on. People who want to sell, holding on to their properties because they want to make sure they can get a good deal and buy another house, but it doesn't look like that. So they're holding on to the real estate. And if they hold on to their real estate, that means that there's not enough properties for us to buy, but there's going to be plenty enough properties to buy. I'm still, if you know, one thing I'm doing, I'm still looking in houses. I'm going on real estate. I'm walking in the houses just to keep my resources, my mind sharp about what to look for, but I'm not going to buy. unless it's truly a good deal. But I want to stockpile my cash and be ready to pounce on this either in September, from September to March 2020, September 2020 to March 2021, I'm going to see a lot of change. But by March 2021, next spring, it's going to be time for you guys to come out. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. This is just something I'm going to try to update you every week while I'm working on the course. The course is coming. Just do me a favor right now. Hit the Cash App, John Russell Cash. Donate something to me. Let me know that you like what I'm doing. Just to show me appreciation. Anybody who can do that, I would really appreciate it right now. Anybody who wants to go to my website, you see my PayPal link right here. And my PayPal link is under above where you can donate to me as well. You can get the book. You can sign up for coaching calls because you need to be coached up and educated by the time this market crashes. You want to do that, go ahead and do the link below, but I'm going to try to educate you as much as you can. I want you to be prepared. I need all of you to be prepared for this time because I'm never going to get another time. I was praying for a time to be like this where I'm going to be able to get some good deals, and it looked like it's coming. So right now after this, I'm going to be set. I want you to be set. If you're young, you're going to probably have another time, but this is going to be the greatest wealth transfer that we ever saw. And I want to show you that how the wealth can go from this person's hand into your hands. So make sure that we subscribe. Make sure that you go ahead and like this video. We love you guys. Get ready. Whatever you have to do, you got any questions, you can always call me. As a Talk to John link below. You can always get the book. That's a great place to start, how to get prepared for this. And please, if you had value, if you liked the video, make sure you Cash App me right here under below, or you make sure that you hit my PayPal account and send something to me. I really appreciate it. This shows me the love that what I'm doing is reaching you guys. I love you guys. Talk to you later. Section 8 is always great. Bye-bye.